We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many UK cities as they could. Richard, elaborate on that, please.
Yeah, we're looking for any of the 66 cities of the United Kingdom. There's two ways you can become a city. The most common one is to be granted city status by the sovereign. That's the usual one. You can also, in a very small number of cases, be a city through ancient prescriptive usage, which is the first pointless fact you're getting today.
Wow.
Ancient prescriptive usage.
So city, the whole thing about cities having a university or a cathedral, that's nonsense, isn't it?
Absolute nonsense, yeah. It has to be granted city status by... I mean, most of them do, but you have to be granted city status by the sovereign.
By the sovereign. Right, Craig and Zaf, before the show you all drew lots, and it turns out that you will be starting us off. Craig, what's it going to be?
Well, I've been racking my brains,
Uh-huh.
and I'm thinking that I'm going to say Chester.
Chester. You want to pick something that as few of our 100 people said as possible. Let's see how many of our 100 said Chester. That's a correct answer. Always good. 18. An entirely respectable score. Out of our 100 people, 18 people said Chester. OK, our next pair, Martin and Sheila. Martin, what are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for what I hope is one of the smallest cities in the UK, that's Wells.
Wells. Excellent. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Wells. It's the right answer. Oh, it's good, it's good. Look at that. 5! That means 5 of our 100 people said Wells. You've scored 5. On to our next pair. Catherine and Ben, we are looking for UK cities.
Right, well, I'm thinking of a really small city in Wales. I think it's the smallest city in Wales. St David's.
St David's? Excellent. Let's see how many of our 100 people said St David's. It's good. Down it goes. It's good. It's very good. Oh! That means that 4 of our 100 people said St David's. Richard, St David's, that was a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. The smallest city in the United Kingdom. Great answer. Great answer.
Spectacular. So we've had Wells, we've had St David's. What else can we have? On to George and Andy. George.
Believe it or not, my first 2 have gone.
Oh, no.
So, plan C. I think I'll go for the Canaries, Norwich.
Very good. On the ball city. Let's see how many of our 100 people went with Norwich. It's good. Good, 26. That means that 26 of our 100 people said Norwich. That takes your score to 26. You are our current high scorers. Of course, on any other game show, that would be fantastic. You're looking for high scores. But on Pointless, of course, we want low scores. Tracy and Steve. Tracy, we are looking for UK cities. What are you going to say?
Well, I am actually going to go from where we're both from and where I was born. Lisbon has just been granted city status about maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I think.
Oh, well, that could be fantastic. Lisbon. Let's see how Lisbon in County Antrim fares. It's good. Oh, it's very good. That means that 1 person out of our 100 people said Lisbon. Oh, I mean, well done getting such a low score, but bad luck not getting a Pointless there. I thought you were going all the way down. OK, we're halfway through the round, so let's see how we're doing. Steve and Tracy, you're doing fantastically well with that low score of 1. Keep that up, and you might be through to the next round. Things aren't looking quite so hot, I'm afraid, for Andy and George. Our current high score is on 26. You've just got to hope you can find a really low-scoring answer on the next pass, and that everyone else scores high. Well, we're going to come back up the line now, so can our second players please take their places at the podium. OK, Steve, your turn. See if you can do even better than that low score from Tracy.
I'm going to go with another city in Northern Ireland, Newry.
Very good. Newry. OK, this line here is your safety line. If you go above this, then you will be the pair with the highest score and therefore in danger. But if you get anything below that line, then you are definitely through to the next round. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Newry. It's the right answer. Wow, well, that means one person out of our 100 people said Newry. That brings you up to 2. That's your total. I'm torn between saying well done and saying bad luck for not getting a pointless there. It looked very close. Well done. Anyhow, on to our next pair, Andy and George.
Well, so many great answers.
We're looking for a
no
city,
real pressure
remember?
here.
A city in the UK.
I'm going to go for Chesterfield.
Chesterfield. OK, remember, you are the current high scorers. You've got to hope that this is a wonderfully low-scoring answer for you. Let's see. How many of our 100 people said Chesterfield? If it's incorrect, of course. Oh, dear. Unfortunately, that is an incorrect answer. That means you score the maximum possible of 100 points. That takes your total up to 126. Now, of course, all the other remaining pairs have scored so low that even if they scored the maximum of 100 points, they still wouldn't overtake you. So you will, I'm afraid, be eliminated at the end of this round. However, this is a great chance for you guys to find those elusive, pointless answers and add £250 to our jackpot. OK, Ben and Catherine. Ben, come on.
I think I'm going to stick with the Welsh link and go
Very
for
good.
Swansea.
You stick with that and go for Swansea. Let's see, how many of our 100 people said Swansea? Good. 23. That means 23 of our 100 people said Swansea, and that takes your score to 27. OK, Sheila, what are you going to say?
I'm going to play safe, and I'm going to go for Winchester.
You're going to go for Winchester. Let's see how many of our 100 said Winchester. Not bad at all. Look at that. Oh, 7. That means 7 of our 100 people said Winchester. That takes your score up to 12. Now, Zaf, come on, you're safe. You're safe. Even if you completely get this wrong, you're safe and you're through to the next round. Why not take a punt? We are looking for UK cities.
I'm going to try Aberdeen.
Aberdeen, very good. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Aberdeen. That's a correct answer. Not bad. 17. That means 17 of our 100 people said Aberdeen, and that brings your total up to 35. So that's the end of round 1, and the losing pair with an appallingly high score are Andy and George. Bad luck, guys. So it was your first time on the show. What did you think when you saw that question come up? Do you think this was easy, or were you thinking, oh, no?
I was quite confident. Unfortunately, the two I'd got on my mind went first and second.
Oh, dear.
And that throws you a bit.
Yeah, I imagine it does happen. Did you feel a bit let down by Andy's answer there, George?
I'm never let down by Andy.
No, very good. Quite right. We will see you again tomorrow, so don't worry. You haven't blown your last chance on the show. Richard, what answers should they have gone for if they'd wanted to stay in?
These are the answers that none of our 100 people could remember. There were 5 pointless answers in all. Tracy and Steve, you gave us Newry and Lisburn. If you'd said Armagh, that would have been a pointless answer. Equally, we got 2 Welsh cities from Ben and Catherine. There were 2 other Welsh cities, Bangor and Newport, would have been pointless answers. And the only other 2, you got Ripon, which would have been pointless, and City of Westminster counts as a city. That was also a pointless answer. No one knew that. Top 3, guys, do you want to have a go at the top 3? What do you imagine the top 3 were, Andy and George?
Well, I would say definitely London, probably top.
Yeah, London number 1 with 97.
Manchester?
Manchester number 2 for a clean sweep. Liverpool. Oh, so close, that was 4.
Birmingham. Is it?
Birmingham is exactly right.
Yes.
Birmingham was number 3.
OK, well, thanks very much, Richard. OK, Andy and George, remember, everyone gets 2 chances to reach our pointless final. So we'll see you again next time for your final chance. Thanks so much for playing. You've been fantastic. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many of the busiest airports in the UK as they could. Busiest airports in the UK, Richard?
Yeah, we're looking for any of the 20 busiest airports in the UK. In 2009, they all had passenger numbers in their terminals of over 1.5 million. Of course, we all know some of the bigger airports, but what are those more obscure ones in the top 20 busiest airports?
Right, now, Adam and Simon, you all drew lots before the show, and you get to go first this afternoon. So, Adam, airports.
Yes.
We're looking for an obscure airport out of the top 20 airports in Britain.
I'm going to go for one in East Anglia, and I'm going to go for Norwich.
Norwich. I happen to know they fly an express service from Norwich to Amsterdam. I don't know why. Norwich. You're hoping to score as few points as possible with Norwich. Let's see if it's right. Let's see if it made it into the top 20, but is obscure enough to score you low. Oh! Bad luck. I mean, that's wrong for all the right reasons. Bad luck, though, that is incorrect. It scores you the maximum of 100 points. Richard.
Yeah, too small, I'm afraid. Not anywhere near that top 20.
More flights to Amsterdam, they might make the grade.
It has less than 500,000 passengers, so it's a long way off the list we're looking for.
OK, now, James, airports. This, I can't help thinking, is something you might know.
Why?
You just have that look of someone, James.
Thank you.
Who might know. What line of business are you in, James?
I'm a director of a timber merchant business.
You see?
Yeah, there you go. You've got
and
it.
you find a lot of timber flying.
What are you going to say, James?
I'm going to go for Stansted.
Stansted.
Yep.
OK. We are looking for busiest airports in the UK. And you are saying Stansted. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many people said it. Stansted. It's right. That scores you 70, James. Stansted, Richard.
Yes, third busiest airport in the UK, Stansted, with 20 million passengers. So just a bit bigger than Norwich.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Not far from it.
I believe you can fly to Amsterdam from Stansted as well.
You can. Do you know what, Richard? You can. You can. Throughout the day. Right, now, Liz, airports.
I fly quite a lot with work.
What is your work, Liz?
I'm a medical rep. So I fly to and fro quite a little bit.
Within the UK?
Yeah.
So this is a perfect question for you.
Well, I think back to a few months ago when we went to Wales for a conference, and I seem to remember that there weren't many flights going into Cardiff, but quite a few people flew into Bristol. So I'm going to say Bristol.
Going to say Bristol. OK, you're hoping to score as few points as possible. Let's see how many people said Bristol and if it's a correct answer. Look at that, Liz. Brilliant answer. 23. 23 for Bristol. Rich.
Yeah, that's a great answer, Liz. It's over 5.5 million passengers use Bristol. It's the 9th busiest airport in the UK.
OK, so we are looking for the busiest airports in the UK. Do you fly often?
Not really. I can probably count on one hand the amount of flights I've taken in the past 10 years, so it's not a great topic.
OK. UK airports, though, are you aware of a handful of them?
Yes, we've got one that I think it's probably one of the only 3 I've ever flown out of, which is quite local to us. So it's not too bad, and I think that will probably be the answer I give. So
it's going to be the answer Joe would have given as well, I think.
Probably,
oh, dear.
yes.
Well, all right, what's it going to be, Amelia?
East Midlands Airport.
East Midlands. Joe, you're going to have to think again.
I've never been abroad. You stole my answer.
East Midlands. OK, you're hoping to score as few points as possible with East Midlands. Let's see if it's correct. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. East Midlands. It's right, Amelia. 32. East Midlands scores you 32. Rich.
Yeah, well played, Amelia. Very much looking forward to hearing what Joe has got to say next now. That should be fun. East Midlands Airport, it's up in the East Midlands.
OK, well, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Well, it's been a high-scoring round, particularly for Adam and Simon. James and Karen, 70. Pretty high. Karen, you've got a bit of a mountain to climb in the next pass. Liz and Becky, fabulous low score there. Amelia and Joe, not too bad on 32. Right, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? Right, now, Joe, you were on 32. If you can say something that scores 67 or less, you're through to the next round.
I'm going to have to say Luton. There's a couple of big ones, but I think Luton's the only one I can think of apart from the big obvious one. So Luton, please.
OK, well, we are looking for the busiest airports in the UK. Joe is saying Luton. There's your red line. If Luton gets you below that red line, you are through to the next round. Let's see if it's right and how many people said it. It's right. It's good enough. 62, look at that. Very good. That gives you a total of 94.
Yeah, another big score. Lots of big scores here. It's the fifth busiest airport in the UK.
OK, so we are looking for the busiest airports in the UK. Now then, Becky, 23 you are.
Yes.
76 is all you have to score.
I've got one in mind that I've flown from a few times, so I'm gonna go for that one.
OK.
Which is Liverpool, John Lennon.
Liverpool, John Lennon. OK, Liverpool, John Lennon. Simon, don't tell me that was your...
Going fast, they are.
Dear, dear. You're just going to have to make one up. OK, Liverpool, John Lennon. There is your red line, Becky. If Liverpool, John Lennon is right and gets you below that red line, you are definitely in the next round. Let's see how many people said Liverpool, John Lennon, if it's a right answer. It's right. And you're through. 39. Very impressive score. Gives you a total of 62. Richard.
Yep, very good answer. Very well played by both of you. Liverpool, John Lennon. It was opened in 1933 and renamed in 2002. They've got a big bronze statue of... that's one of the Beatles. One of the Beatles there. I think maybe Ringo.
Yeah. OK, Becky, very good answer. Well done. Through to the next round. OK, this is where the gloves come off. Karen, you are on 70. You have to score 29 or less to be sure of a place in the next round.
This could be really embarrassing if I get this wrong.
Have you got any ideas? Have you had lots of ideas that other people have nicked?
Yeah, my dad's a retired air traffic controller.
You might have said.
Nice.
That's very good.
So if I get this wrong, I'm never going to live it down.
No, you're never
I can think of an awful lot of airports, but whether they're in the top 20 is another matter. So I'm going to play safe, but something I think will be low scoring.
Very good.
That I think will be in the top 20. I'm going to go for Aberdeen.
That is the daughter of an air traffic controller, isn't it?
Speaking really is, isn't it?
Aberdeen, she says.
He'll be sitting at home now, twirling his military moustache.
Twirling his military moustache, ignoring the voices on his headphones. Yeah. Aberdeen. There's your red line, Karen. Below that red line, you are definitely in the next round. Let's see if Aberdeen is correct. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Well done, Karen. Brilliant answer. That's an excellent answer, Karen. It scores you 2, takes your total up to a very impressive 72. Richard.
Yeah, the best answer yet by an absolute mile. It's the 14th busiest airport in the UK, Aberdeen.
Now then, Simon and Adam, the writing, I'm afraid, is on the wall. The vapour trail. You are on 100. You are already our high scorers, and I'm afraid you haven't even given your second answer yet. There's no shame in that. Why not see if you can find a pointless answer and add 250 quid to our jackpot? It's a little parting gift.
Parting gift,
It's very selfless.
Well, I was left with 3. One was mentioned earlier, Cardiff, but then we've got some advice saying it's not that busy. Well, I thought it was. And we've got Bradford and Glasgow. So if I want to just take a chance, I'm going to go for Cardiff.
OK, no red line for you, I'm afraid. But maybe this would be a glorious departure. Or out in a blaze of glory. Right, Cardiff. Let's see if it's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Cardiff. It's right. Simon. As it happens, a very, very good answer. Scores you 8, takes your total up to 108. Richard.
Yeah, it's a very good answer, Simon. It's actually the 20th busiest airport in Britain, Cardiff Airport. There were no pointless answers at all, actually, in this round. Aberdeen was 2 points. There were 2 answers, both of which got 1 point, both in the same city. Let's take a look at them. Belfast City, which is now named after George Best, of course, that would have got you 1 point, and Belfast International, which presumably is where you can fly to Amsterdam from. It's international.
You can.
I'm guessing.
Interestingly, Belfast City also does a hopper service.
Does it? Does it? Good.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the most popular answers. These are the ones that most of our 100 people said. Manchester with 73. Then Gatwick with 87. And right up the top of the list was Heathrow with a mighty 95.
Mighty indeed. Thanks very much, Richard. So at the end of round one, the losing pair with the highest score, it's Adam and Simon.
There you go.
I'm afraid you just... Norwich City did for you.
Did, yeah. As always.
Dear. As always. You don't support Norwich City, do you? No.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Not normal. No, a great shame to be saying goodbye to you so early on, but you've been great contestants. You've shown your mettle. Fabulous low score from Simon, that second pass. I know we'll see better from you next time, but thanks so much for playing. Thank you. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many British rivers as they could. That's nice. British rivers. Richard?
Yeah, the correct answers here are all major rivers in Great Britain. Very simple, which is a blessed relief after words ending in os. All British rivers. Best of luck.
OK, and as it's a new series, we've changed things around a little bit. In round two, we're going to give you a choice of 7 possible answers in each pass. Now, I can tell you that at least one of those answers is pointless, but do be careful because there's also at least one incorrect answer among the 7. Pick one of those and you will score the maximum of 100 points. Now, the first set of 7 answers are Tamar, Trent, Thurn, Tweed, Tolton, Thames, Tees. Those thrilled contestants. Well, as always, the most obscure answers will score you the lowest points, but be careful not to pick those incorrect answers. Right, we're looking for British rivers. Anthony.
Right, I'm going to go with Tees.
You're going to go with Tees. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Tees. Down it goes, look at that. Fantastic, 12. Nice low score there, well done. 12, the Tees, Richard.
Yeah, absolutely. Stockton on Tees up in the northeast. Middlesbrough is also on the Tees, isn't it?
OK, thank you very much. Now, remember, there is at least one pointless answer in there, and there is also at least one incorrect answer. So, Dan, remember, we are looking for British rivers.
Well, my British geography extends about as far north as Exeter, but being from Plymouth, I do know that the Tamar is a British river, so I don't think it's one that many people have said, so I'll go Tamar.
Tamar, I like it. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Tamar. Oh, it's good. Down it goes. Oh, fantastic. Good call. OK, well, that gives you a score of 3. Richard, the Tamar.
Yeah, Tamar played right into your hands, didn't it? Coming from Plymouth. Yeah, it forms most of the border between Devon and Cornwall, the River Tamar.
Splendid. OK, Karen. What's your strong suit, Karen? What's your dream topic?
Probably more science based.
Science. What do you do?
I'm a radiographer.
Blimey. Oh, I see what you mean. You really do want science. Radiography. Anyway, sadly, it's not radiography. It's rivers. And they've taken out 2 for you. So in only 5 remaining, you know there's at least one pointless in there. And there's also at least one incorrect answer amongst them. Do any of them stand out? I mean, obviously some do.
Yeah. I know which ones are rivers, and there's 2 that I know I'm not so sure about.
So what are you going to go for?
I'll go for Tolton, please.
You're going to go for Tolton. Good for you, Tolton, which could be our pointless river. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Tolton, and if it's a correct answer. Oh! Wouldn't you bloomin' know it? Thurn is going to be the river.
These guys are so good, you've got to take the risk, haven't you?
I'm afraid that scores you the maximum of 100 points. That's boring. She didn't want that.
Yeah, that's unlucky. The Tolton, which it sounds like a little sort of lovely little Hampshire river, doesn't it? Meandering sort of through Andover or something, but it's in Chile. So
I'm sure that's why I've heard of it.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, the River Tolton in Chile. Let's take a look at the other answers. Tolton was actually the only incorrect answer up there, so it's really, really bad luck. Let's knock a few of them off this. The Thames, obviously, that would have scored you 91 points, which would have been almost as bad. The Tweed would have got you an unbelievably small 2 points. It's just about the best salmon river in the whole of Europe, just 2 points, River Tweed. The Trent, obviously, that's the third longest river in England, would have got you 32. And so obviously there's only one left, and that's the pointless answer. Very well done if you got this. If you did get it, I'm guessing you're from Norfolk, because that's where it is as well, the Thurn.
OK, well, thanks very much, Richard. We're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores. Ryan and Dan looking very strong there. Nice low score of 3. Looking particularly strong when set against Karen and Lawrence's high score of 100. Oh, dear. You're going to have to hope somebody scores really high on the next pass. And Lawrence, the pressure's on you to find the pointless answer when we look at the new board. OK, we're going to come back up the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 7 more answers on the board, and we are looking for British rivers. Here are your 7 options: Mersey, Clyde, Crouch, Murray, Churchill, Orwell, Severn. Again, I have to point out that at least one of those answers is pointless, and there's also at least one incorrect answer amongst them, so do avoid those. What's your geography like, Lawrence?
Quite good, usually.
Everything apart from rivers.
I like countries.
Yeah. I'm just going to remind you, you are the high scorers by quite a margin, so you are going to have to try and get the pointless answer if you're going to have any hope of staying in the game.
I don't know. I've got to take a chance, and my chance is going to go with Orwell.
Orwell. Well, that could be our pointless answer. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Orwell, and if it is a correct answer. It's correct. Oh, I have a good feeling about this. Oh! Very well done. 2 of our 100 people said Orwell. That means that you have a score of 102 in total. Richard, Orwell.
Yeah, I'm guessing both of those people are from Ipswich. It flows through Suffolk, flows out into the sea at Felixstowe, the River Orwell.
Very well done. Ryan, we're looking for British rivers, and you've got 6 left to choose from. Anything leaping out at you there?
Not a strong subject for me, rivers. I'm going to have to try and play it safe, I think.
You've only got 3. I mean, you have to score 98 or less to go through to the next round.
Yeah, with that in mind, I'm going to go for Mersey.
OK. There's your red line there, just underneath the pink. I think you'll probably get under that. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Mersey. Yeah, it's good enough. Surprisingly low. Look at that, only 22 of them. Only 22 of them said Mersey. That takes your score up to 25. Mersey, Richard?
Yeah, incredibly low score. Yeah, runs from Stockport to Liverpool Bay, and there's a ferry across it.
Is there?
In my understanding, yeah.
Someone should write a song about that. Now, remember, there is at least one pointless in there, and there is still at least one incorrect answer. I think, Abby, you're going to find the pointless answer. I have a very good feeling about this. OK.
I don't know. Clyde was jumping out at me, but I don't know.
He does. He does do that.
I don't know, because if we get 100, then obviously we're off, so... I think I'm going to go with...
See, Mersey only got 22.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You see?
I might go with 7. Yeah.
You're going to go with 7.
Yeah.
You have to score 89 or less to stay in the game. There is the red line. It's very high up there. 7's a very well-known river. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said 7. It's good enough. There we are. Not bad at all. That scores you 49, taking your total up to 61. You're safe. You're through to the next round. Richard, the 7.
Yeah, it's the longest river in Britain at 220 miles. Let's take a look at the rest and see where the pointless was and see what was wrong. Firstly, let's knock Clyde off the list. Obviously, it runs through Glasgow. That would have got you 9 points, the Clyde. OK, there's 3 left here. I can tell you 2 of these are incorrect answers, and 1 of them is pointless. The longest river in Australia is the Murray. So that would have got you 100 points. So between Crouch and Churchill, what do you think, Alexander?
Between Crouch and Churchill?
One of them is a river in Essex, one of them is a river in Canada.
Well, Churchill's a river in Canada.
Yeah, absolutely right. Churchill is a river in Canada, would have got you 100 points, which by process of elimination, and everyone in Essex will know this anyway, means the Crouch would have been a pointless and would have added £250 to the jackpot.
Very good. Thanks very much, Richard. But at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid, is Karen and Lawrence. Bad luck. Chile? Who'd have thought? Yeah. But remember, everyone gets 2 chances to reach our pointless final, so we will see you again next time for your final chance. But thanks so much for playing. You've been fantastic. Thank you. UK postcodes and their areas. Richard, wow.
Yeah. We should pause a little while, just in case if anyone's at home, if anyone's in the kitchen or something, you want to call them in. Because just say, look, they're doing UK postcodes. We're going to show you 6 postcodes on each pass. We've asked 100 people which towns belong to those postcodes. You have to tell us the town or the city that is the centre of that postcode area. And the more obscure answers are going to score you fewer points. If you give us an incorrect answer, though, you'll score 100 points.
Thanks very much, Richard. So remember, we are looking for the towns or cities that are at the centre of these postcodes. And on our list, we have got TQ, PR, G, LU, HU, DE. I'll read those again. TQ, PR, G, LU, HU, DE. Now then, Ron, there are the postcodes. And you are going to give me the name of a town or city at the middle of the most obscure one you know.
I'll go for the PR. Preston.
OK, you're saying Preston. Let's see if it's right. And if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. PR, says Ron W. Preston. Oh, it's right. Well done. 41. Not a bad score. 41 for Preston. Richard?
Yeah, well played, Ron. Preston, the city of Preston. I think it's actually rather a good round. It's like a little cryptic detective puzzle. Trying to work out what they all are. You reckon you could get all 6 of those?
I could have a pop at them.
That's the thing. You could have a pop at them, but would it be right? That's the... Yeah.
That's the thing.
I'm going to go for TQ, and I think it's Torquay.
TQ, Torquay, at the top of the table there. Torquay, let's see if that's right for TQ. And if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Torquay. Yep, it's right. 64. Quite a high score there. 64 for Torquay.
Yeah, pretty high score, Christine. 64 for Torquay. It could be nothing else really with TQ in it, I guess.
So then, Betty, we're looking for the towns or cities that lie at the centre of these UK postcodes.
I'm not promising any miracles, but I do like snail mail.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna make a bit of a guess, an HU, possibly, maybe, Huddersfield? Is that... tell me if it's right, I don't know. Do the points.
That's the one you're going... You're submitting
I think I'm gonna go
for Huddersfield.
Yeah.
OK, very good. Huddersfield. Let's see if that is right for Betty, and if it is, let's see how many people said HU Huddersfield. Oh, bad luck, Betty. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer, which means you score the maximum of 100 points. Bad luck. HU, not Huddersfield, Richard.
Yeah, sorry, Betty, that's why it's a tough round. It's Hull. Would have scored you 34 points, that. Do you want to have a go at the rest of the board?
I was thinking G was Guildford or something like that.
It's Glasgow.
Oh, of course it's Glasgow. Yes,
Would have scored you 32. LU?
Luton.
Luton is the correct answer, yep. That's 57, so a pretty big score. And DE?
Derby.
Derby is the right answer, yeah. Would have scored you 26. Derby is the best answer on the board, actually, so well done if you said that at home.
OK, let's take a look at the scores. We're halfway through the round. Well now, Ron W and Lydia, 41. Who would have thought that was going to be the lowest score in this pass? But it is, so very well done. Then up to 64 for Christine and Ron S. And then Betty and Sophie. Oh! Sophie, I really hope you work for the post office in your spare time.
Yeah, me too.
OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more postcodes on the board, and here they are. We have got OX, FY, BT, IV, EX, and MK. I'll read those one more time. OX, FY, BT, IV, EX, MK. Now, remember, we are looking for the towns or cities that are at the centre of these postcodes, and obviously you're trying to find the one that the fewest of our 100 people knew. So, Sophie, you're the high scorers on 100 points.
Yes.
We need a low score from you if you're going to stay in the game.
Right. I don't know any of them.
Looking good.
Yeah. Promising. I'm going to go for EX Exeter.
EX Exeter, you are saying. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said EX Exeter. Good luck. That's right. Oh, it's a high score, I'm afraid, Sophie. 71. And I'm afraid that takes your total to an unbeatable 171. Richard?
Yeah, that's it's a big score for Exeter. It was founded by the Romans as Isca de Mumiorum, when presumably ID was its postcode. But EX now.
Thank you very much. So, Ron, we come to you now. The good news is you are in the head-to-head, whatever happens. You're in the head-to-head. You'll never overtake Sophie and Betty's high score there. So why not have some fun with that board and see if you can get a really low score, knowing that the pressure is off?
FY, I'll go for Filey.
Filey? Filey in Yorkshire?
Yeah.
OK, well, let's see if Filey is right for FY, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Filey. No, bad luck. Mind you, that was a fun punt to take.
Yeah.
As it happens, it's incorrect. Scores you the maximum of 100 points. Takes your total up to 164. FY.
Yeah, I won't tell you the correct answer just in case Lydia wants to have a go at the same question.
So then, Lydia, again, doesn't matter what you say, you're through to the head-to-head.
OX, I'm guessing, must be Oxford. FY, I don't know. BT, I think, might be Brighton. MK is Milton Keynes, I'm guessing. But I'm going to go on IV because it's completely out there. But I'm wondering if it's St Ives.
Oh, St Ives. Very good. Let's see if IV is St Ives, and if it is, let's see how many people said it.
Oh.
Well,
Just
no.
a guess.
Well, no, we'll all learn something. Thank you. That scores you 100 points, the maximum, because it is wrong, but it doesn't matter. Your total of 141 still is low enough to see you through. Richard?
Let's take a look at all of them then. Alexander, why don't you have a go at fitting some of these in? Because some of them are obvious, but some of them less so. OX?
Well, it's Oxford.
It is Oxford, yeah. Would have scored you 84 points, though. MK?
Milton Keynes.
Milton Keynes, that's exactly
That's like
right.
Lydia said.
Would have scored 50. Now, IV, not St Ives.
It was either going to be Ivor in Buckinghamshire, but that surely wouldn't have it. No, that wouldn't have a thing. Inverness in Scotland's the only one I can think of.
Yeah, I think Lydia just said the same thing, and it's exactly right. It is Inverness. Would have scored you 33 points. BT, anybody?
Bolton.
Belfast is exactly right. Belfast would have scored 15. And FY, not Filey.
I do not know.
Very well done at home if you said Blackpool. Blackpool is the answer to that.
Is there any reason?
Yeah, because it's filed, it's named after, but Blackpool is right at the centre of that district. So it scores 7 points. It's the best answer on both boards. That very, very good answer.
Thanks, Richard. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score is Betty and Sophie.
And you want to know the worst thing? I was born and bred in Milton Keynes.
Oh, that is bad, yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Well, we've had fun.
But no, we've had lovely fun. I can't bear that we have to say goodbye. It's ridiculous after only 2 rounds. However, there is good news. You will be back again next time, when I'm sure you will do much, much better. But meanwhile, it's been fabulous having you on the show. Tremendous contestants. Thanks so much for playing. Thank you. Locations of British colleges and universities.
Yeah, we're going to show you a list of colleges and universities. We asked 100 people in which UK town or city are all of these based. We're going to show you 6 on each pass. The more obscure answer is going to score you fewer points. If you give us an incorrect answer, though, you'll score 100 points.
Now, remember, we are looking for the UK towns and cities in which these colleges or universities are located. And we have got Northumbria University, University of East Anglia, Queen's University, Heriot-Watt University, Sydney Sussex College, Aston University. I'll read those one more time. Northumbria University, University of East Anglia, Queen's University, Heriot-Watt University, Sydney Sussex College, Aston University. OK, and remember, we are looking for the UK towns and cities in which these colleges and universities are located. Now, as always on Pointless, you are looking for the answer that the fewest of our 100 people knew. So, Glyn, it falls to you to get the ball rolling in this round. What's that list look like to you?
I know about 3, I would say. I know about 3, but I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to go for Northumbria University.
Northumbria University, which is located...
in Newcastle.
In Newcastle. OK, Northumbria in Newcastle. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. It's right. $24. Not a bad score, Glyn. Northumbria, Richard.
Yeah, that fell very nicely for you, Glyn, didn't it? It was the former Newcastle Polytechnic, became a university in 1992.
So, Anne, we come to you.
Yes. There's only one that I know for sure, so I'm going to say that, and that's Aston University, which is Birmingham.
Aston, Birmingham. Very good. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Aston, Birmingham. It's right. 58. Ooh, there's a high score. Aston, 58.
Yeah, big score, but a correct answer.
So now then, Sarah. Now remember, we are looking for the UK towns and cities in which these colleges and universities are located. You're the last person to have this board, so talk us through all the answers there, if you'd like.
Well, I know one for definite, because I went there. That's the Queen's University of Belfast. And I have a feeling Harriet Watt might... Scotland somewhere, possibly Edinburgh, and the others I wouldn't be sure of. So I'll have to go for Queen's University Belfast.
Queen's Belfast, you are saying. There it is, third down. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that. Queen's University Belfast. Wow, 16. That's a great answer, Sarah. Very well done. 16 for Queen's Belfast.
Yeah, opened in 1849 as Queen's College Belfast, and famous students include Seamus Heaney, Liam Neeson and Sarah, fortunately for you. Let's take a look through the rest of them. University of East Anglia, which nobody went for, that is in Norwich. That would have scored you a fairly hefty 42 points. Harriet Watt, you're quite right, it's in Scotland. In fact, it's in Edinburgh. That would have scored you 17. And Sydney Sussex College, it's the best answer on the board, would have scored you just 8 points, and it's in Cambridge. Very well done if you said that at home. Sydney Sussex College, Cambridge.
Thank you very much. Well, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Queen's University Belfast stood you in excellent stead, Sarah, scoring you a lovely, impressive low 16. Then up to Glyn for Northumbria on 24. And then Anne, wow, that was an expensive Aston University. Who'd have known it was so well known? Well, Sue, you're going to have to pull it out of the bag in this next pass. Very best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more universities and colleges on the board, and here they are. We have got Somerville College, University of Surrey, University of the West of England, LSE, University of Wales Institute, Teesside University. I'll read those one more time. Somerville College, University of Surrey, University of the West of England, LSE, University of Wales Institute, Teesside University. Now remember, we are looking for the UK towns and cities in which these colleges and universities are located. And obviously you're trying to find the one that the fewest of our 100 people knew. James, you are the low scorers on 16. The high scorers are Sue and Anne on 58. If you can score 41 or less with your answer, you are through to the next round.
Yeah, I was rather hoping Queen's might have come up on my pass, but it hasn't, obviously. And I can honestly say I'm not sure of any of them, but I can probably take a guess at a couple. And because I believe Middlesbrough is sometimes referred to as Teesside, I'm not even sure of that, but I think it maybe is. I'm going to have to say Teesside University, Middlesbrough.
Teesside University, Middlesbrough. Well, I can't fault your reasoning at all. There is your red line. Below that red line, through to the head-to-head. Best of luck. Teesside, Middlesbrough, James is saying. Let's see if it's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. It's right. Very well done, James. And you're in the head-to-head. Look at that. 27 for Teesside. Brilliant. That takes your total up to 43. Richard.
Yeah, very well played, James. The Tees flows through Middlesbrough, Teesside University, and very, very good partnership with your sister there. It's both rounds now, just solidly got through.
So, Sue, now remember, we are looking for the UK towns and cities in which these colleges and universities are located.
I can't risk guessing any of them because there's only one that I think is right, which is going to be high, but I'm going to say LSE in London.
LSE London is what you are going to say. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said LSE London. is correct. 55. Wow, it scored lower than Aston Birmingham. But that takes your total up to 113. Richard?
Yeah, big score, but better than 100. Formed in 1895, the London School of Economics. Formed by members of the Fabian Society, including George Bernard Shaw.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now then, Helen. The high scorers are Sue and Anne still on 113. If you can score 88 or less with your answer, you are through to the head-to-head. Now, talk us through the board, Helen.
Well, the two that I knew have gone.
This could be good news for Sue and Anne.
And I'm not sure of any of the rest. I'll try the University of Wales Institute, Cardiff.
Cardiff, University of Wales Institute, Cardiff, you are saying. Is that a guess?
Yes, very much.
Very much. Well, good luck with it. There's your red line. Below that red line, and University of Wales Institute in Cardiff has got you through to the head-to-head. Let's see if that is right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. It's right, and you are through to the head-to-head, Helen. Well done. Very good indeed. 41, that scores, takes your total up to 65. Well, Richard.
Yeah, very well done, Helen. It's a very smart guess to make at the end of the round there. It's in Cardiff. It's been there in various forms since 1865. Let's take a look at the rest of the answers on the board, though, see how well you did at home. There's the University of West of England. That's in Bristol. Would have scored you 17 points. Somerville College is in Oxford. That would have scored you 13. And the best answer on the board up there is the University of Surrey. Do you know where the University of Surrey is? Anyone want to hazard a guess? Guildford, exactly right. Would have scored you 8 points, though, so very well done if you got that.
Thank you very much, Richard. So at the end of round two, the losing pair with the highest score, it's Sue and Anne. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Aston Birmingham. That was the most expensive answer you could have given. I thought that was going to be quite a low scorer for you.
Never mind.
Well, sorry to be having to say goodbye to you at this stage, but lovely to have had you on the show. Thanks so much for playing. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many lines on the London tube map as they could. Richard, fill us in.
Yeah, we're looking for any of the 13 named lines on a London tube map. That's the one you pick up at any London station. We're not looking for the London Connections map, which has all the sort of main lines that go up and down the country. One other thing I will say is we won't accept the East London line because it's currently inactive.
OK, right. Terry and Laura. Lines on the London tube map. Terry.
We're going to go for the Hammersmith and City.
Hammersmith and City. Very good. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Hammersmith and City. It's correct. It's not bad. That means 30 of our 100 people said Hammersmith and City. That gives Terry and Laura a score of 30 to kick us off. Mina, a line on the London tube map.
I'm going to go with the District line.
Let's see how many of our 100 people said District line. Well, it's correct. That means 44 of our 100 people said the District line. That gives Mina and Deborah a score of 44. So on to our next pair, Mick and Martin. Mick, we are looking for lines on the London tube map.
I'm actually going to go for a line that's not actually a line on the map. It's a circle. So I'm going to go for the circle line.
Very good. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Circle line. It's correct. That means 59 of our 100 people said the Circle line. That makes Mick and Martin the current high scorers. OK, on to our final pair. Heather, what are you going to give me? I want a line on the London tube map. The more obscure, the better.
I think I'm going to go for the Northern line.
Very good, the Northern line. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Northern line. That means 64 of our 100 people said the Northern line. That gives you the high score of 64. Well, we are halfway through the round. Let's see where we are. Heather and Davey looking quite vulnerable there on 64. It's not a terribly high score, but it is the highest score. Terry and Laura on 30. Not bad, I suppose. If you can keep up your low scores, find another obscure line on the map, then you should be through to the next round. But there's really everything to play for. The scores are pretty close. OK, we're going to come back down the line with the second players. Please step up to the podium. OK, we are looking for lines on the London tube map. Davy, you are the high scorers at the moment on 64. You've got to try and find a really obscure tube line, if you possibly can.
My knowledge of the lines, it's not great, but one sprang out there, and it was the Jubilee line.
Let's see how many of our 100 people said the Jubilee line. That means 52 of our 100 people said the Jubilee line. That brings your total up to 116. Martin, you are currently on 59. To avoid overtaking Davy and Heather on 116, you have to score 56 or less. If you are below that red line, you are definitely through to the next round. If you are above that red line, you become our high scorers and risk being eliminated. What are you going to give me?
The only one I can think, apart from two other obvious ones, would be the Metropolitan.
The Metropolitan line. Let's see how many of our 100 people said the Metropolitan line. It's good enough. That means 31 of our 100 people said the Metropolitan line. That takes your total up to 90 points. You are through to the next round. OK. Deborah, lines on the London tube map. You want to be scoring 71 or less to avoid becoming the high scorers and risk being eliminated.
I'm going to go for the Bakerloo line.
The Bakerloo line. Let's see how many of our 100 people said the Bakerloo line. Good enough. Very good. That means 46 of our 100 people said the Bakerloo line. That takes your total up to 90 points. You're exactly the same as Mick and Martin. You are through to the next round. OK, Laura. You are currently on 30. To avoid overtaking our high scorers, Davy and Heather, you have to score 85 or less with this answer.
I'm just going to go for a more obvious one, which I hope isn't worth 85, is the Victoria line.
The Victoria line. OK, here's your red line. Below that red line, and you're through to the next round. Above it, you are off the show. Let's see how many of our 100 people did say the Victoria line. It's good. Bad news for Heather and Davy. That means 47 of our 100 people said the Victoria line. That brings your total up to 77 points. You are through to the next round. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score is Heather and Davy. Bad luck, you see. If we'd had Belfast bus routes, you see. Richard, what answers should they have gone for?
There was actually one pointless answer. It's a little bit of a cheat, but it is on the map, which is the Overground, which is 4 different lines that go essentially from Richmond in the south up to Watford in the north. The Docklands Light Railway would have got you 14 points. So they have driverless trains. You can sit up the front and pretend to be the driver if you like to do that, which I do. Yeah. And 29 points. The next most obscure was Waterloo and City, which goes between Waterloo and Bank Station. Let's take a look at the most obvious answers, the worst answers you could have given. Heather, you gave us Northern. That scored you 64 points. Equal with that was the Central line, which also would have got you 64 points. And the most obvious of all was the Piccadilly line, would have got you 73 points.
Thanks, Richard. OK, Heather and Davy, you've wasted one of your chances to get to the pointless final. We have to say goodbye to you for today. We'll see you next time for your last chance. Thanks so much for playing. British sitcoms. British sitcoms, Richard.
Something for everyone here, I hope. On each board, we're going to show you 7 descriptions of famous British sitcoms. You just need to tell us the name of the sitcom, please. It's going to be 14 sitcoms to have a go at home. Very best of luck.
That's a nice round,
It is a nice round.
What a nice round. Thank you.
Let's just enjoy the next few minutes.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Relax, kick back.
Yeah, kick back. OK, so we are looking for the names of these sitcoms described by these clues. Here are our first board of 7. Susan is the manager of the Linton Travel Tavern. Gary Sparrow leads a double life after being transported to the 1940s. Wilmington-on-Sea is defended by Captain Mannering's platoon. Set in the canteen of HWD Components, The Ambroses run a barbershop in Peckham. Father and son live down Oil Drum Lane in Shepherd's Bush. And Torquay hotel owner Basil is constantly exasperated by Manuel. I'll read those all one last time. Susan is the manager of the Linton Travel Tavern. Gary Sparrow leads a double life after being transported to the 1940s. Wilmington-on-Sea is defended by Captain Mannering's platoon. Set in the canteen of HWD Components. The Ambroses run a barbershop in Peckham. Father and son live down Oil Drum Lane in Shepherd's Bush. And Torquay hotel owner Basil is constantly exasperated by Manuel. There we are. 7 British sitcoms. Helen, looks like you've just had an epiphany.
Because I'm Australian, so I don't actually... Like, I've seen some British sitcoms.
But hang on, we've seen everything on Australian television, haven't we? Pretty
well,
much.
there's Neighbours, there's Home and Away, and...
That's pretty much everything. Helen, welcome to the show. From Australia, how nice of you to come on this way. What do you do?
I work for a fair trade coffee company.
And what particularly do you do for them?
I'm a sales manager, so I look after accounts in London.
Very good. OK, now, Helen, what do you in your spare time?
I play for my local football team, the Brixton Tigers.
Excellent. Now, Helen, which of these caused that expression at the beginning? You suddenly went...
I think that the middle one, I think it's Dinner Ladies.
Dinner Ladies, set in the canteen of HWD Components. Let's see if Dinner Ladies is right. Let's see how many people said it. It's right. Very well done, Helen. 25. 25.
Well played, Helen. Terrific series and terrific answer as well. They only made 16 episodes of that.
Did they really?
They should do more, shouldn't they?
Surely.
Victoria Wood, Julie Walters, Maxine Peake, isn't it? Celia Imrie,
Yeah.
Duncan Preston.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Now, Carolyn, welcome. Good to have you here. What do you do, Carolyn?
I'm a research technician at a local university in nutrition.
Fantastic. What do you do in your spare time, Carolyn?
I'm a Newcastle United fan, unfortunately, and I like going to see them when I can. And I like the outdoors, and I'm a bit addicted to Latin America, so I like learning about Latin American history and culture and stuff like that.
Have you been?
Yeah, quite a few times,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, and I'd like to go back.
OK, now, Carolyn, which of these takes your fancy?
There's a couple that I think I know, but they're probably quite high scoring, so I'm going to have a bit of a gamble, I think. And I think Gary Sparrow was in Good Night, Sweetheart.
Good Night, Sweetheart, says Carolyn. Let's see if that's right for Gary Sparrow. Let's see how many people said it. It's right. Well, 25 is our only score so far. Good Night, Sweetheart passes that. 14. Well done.
Another very good answer. Well played, yeah. Nicholas Lyndhurst, of course, played Gary Sparrow, written by Marks and Gran.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now, Leo. Leo, round 2 it was last time that we had to say goodbye to you and Mo with that big, big score. Remind us what you do, Leo.
I'm a final year medical student at UCL.
What do you get up to when you're not doing your...
Well, I play football with Mo, but other than that, I enjoy watching Pointless. I have previously been on a advert for a popular cereal, but that's no longer showing, so I can't enjoy watching that anymore.
How long ago was that?
That was a few years ago. It ran for a while, every now and again. I'd spot it occasionally.
So what age were you when you were
I was 17, and I was eating the cereal in a rowing boat for about 6 hours that day, with constant retakes. And I've never eaten this cereal again.
Good stuff. OK, now listen. We still have 5 unanswered British sitcoms.
Yeah, so there's a couple I think I know. I'm going to go for one, but I'm not quite sure it's the right title of it. But I'll go for it anyway. Alan Partridge.
Alan Partridge, and which one?
Series 1.
No, but which of the... which of the...
Susan is the manager of the Linton Travel Tavern.
The Linton Travel Tavern. Alan Partridge, you're going to say. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. I'm sorry, Leo. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. Scores you the maximum of 100 points. You're getting quite close to the 400 club.
Yeah, sorry, Leo. I'll give the correct answer at the end of the pass.
Thanks very much. Now, Simon, welcome to the show. Good to have you here. We know what you do. A firefighter. Where's your station?
Park Royal, just near Wembley.
And when you're not fighting fires, what do you get up to?
Play a bit of football. Me and Steve play together, centre mid. I like writing.
What do you write?
Trying to write a children's book at the minute. I've sort of bagged an agent, so just going through the editoring process.
Well, best of luck with that. Here's this board. Do you want to talk us through it and fill in all the blanks for us?
Yeah, Dad's Army's the third one down. I don't know about the top one. I thought Alan Partridge was quite a good shot. But, the Ambroses run a barber shop, not too sure of. Father and son live down Oil Drum Lane. That could be Steptoe and Son. Torquay hotel owner Basil is Faulty Towers. Because of the last score, I think I'll go for Faulty Towers.
OK, you'll go for Faulty Towers. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Faulty Towers. It's right. 75. That is a high score.
Yeah, that gives some hope to Mo and Leo there. I think you would have been better off going for either of your other answers, actually, because you're right about Dad's Army, but Dad's Army would have scored you 65 points. You're right about Steptoe and Son as well. Would have scored fewer points again, would have scored you 53. The other two are the best answers, though. The Ambroses run a barber shop in Desmond's.
Don't know that one. No, Desmond.
Would have scored you 9. And the top answer is simply I'm Alan Partridge, I'm afraid. Can't take Alan Partridge. I'm Alan Partridge. Would have scored you 6 points. Alan Partridge is obviously the main character in it, but that's really not the title of it, I'm afraid.
Thanks very much indeed. Well, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at those scores. 14, Carolyn, very well done indeed. The best score of that pass, putting you and Conrad at the top of the table. Then up to 25, where we find Helen and Stephen, well done. 75, Simon and Steve. And then up to 100, Leo and Mo. I mean, you're not miles ahead, Mo. How good do you think you're going to be at this?
Not particularly.
OK, well, best of luck. We need a low score from you. Let's hope there's something on that board you like. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please step up to the podium? OK, we're going to put 7 more clues to British sitcoms up on the board, and here they come. We have got Compo, Cleggie and Cyril are young at heart, set in the offices of Globlink News TV. Lionel and Jean, once young lovers, rekindle their romance years later. Mike is the landlord of the Nag's Head, the local pub in this series. Flatmates Gary and Tony enjoy talking about women, watching TV and drinking beer. Roy, Moss and Jen work with computers at Renham Industries. And HMP Slade is the name of the prison in this series. I'll read those all one last time. Compo, Cleggie and Cyril are young at heart, set in the offices of Globlink News TV. Lionel and Jean, once young lovers, rekindle their romance years later. Mike is the landlord of the Nag's Head, the local pub in this series. Flatmates Gary and Tony enjoy talking about women, watching TV and drinking beer. Roy, Moss and Jen work with computers at Renham Industries. And HMP Slade is the name of the prison in this series. OK, so Steve, you're going to try and find the lowest scoring one of those that you think you know. So Steve, firefighter as well,
Yep.
also in Park Royal.
Yes.
What else amuses you?
After a 10-year absence, I've took up rugby again, to the
Wow, that's brave.
detriment of my body.
Yeah, I was going to say. That's, yeah. What suddenly made you think that would be a good thing to do?
Playing football, but now...
Not quite physical enough?
No, that's it.
He's no good at football anymore either.
All right. OK, so Steve, there you are. You're on 75. The high scores at this stage, Mo and Leo on 100. If you can score 24 or less, you'll avoid becoming our new high scorers.
Last of the summer wine.
OK. At the top there, Last of the Summer Wine. Here comes your red line. If you get below that with Last of the Summer Wine, you're in round 2. Let's see how many people said it. It's right. Ooh, look at that, 23. 23 takes your total up to 98, sees you into round 2. Very well done.
Yeah, it was the world's longest-running sitcom, ran for 37 years, by the brilliant Roy Clark.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now, Mo. Mo, you're the high scorers. At this point, if you score 13 or less, then, you know, you're in with a shout should either of the 2 remaining pairs make a mistake.
Yeah, not too sure about all of them, really. There's one where I'm torn between 2. Second from bottom, just working with computers, I'm going to go for the IT crowd.
OK, the IT crowd. Let's see if that's right, the IT crowd. No red line for you, obviously, as you are the high scorers. How many people said the IT crowd? Hey, look at that. Well done, Mo. 20. You dodged the 400 club. 120 is your total.
Good answer, Mo, written by the equally brilliant Graham Linehan. It's both my kids' favourite show ever.
Really?
Moss is their greatest comedy hero of all time.
Now, Conrad, welcome to Pointless. Good to have you here.
Hi,
what do you
Alexander.
do, Conrad?
Hi, Richard. Hi, Alexander. I'm a primary teacher in Newcastle, Newcastle upon Tyne. I teach year 3 mostly.
Year 3. Are they lovely?
Wonderful, yeah. It's a really wonderful job. I'd really recommend it for people who are a bit younger and maybe fancy, ooh, what will I do when I'm a bit older? It's very fun, it's a bit mental, but enjoyable, certainly.
I bet he's a great teacher, Conrad.
I bet he is.
First person ever to say hello to me when you talk to
That's
himself.
nice. I got 2 hellos as well.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm up. It's good. Listen, there you are. You're on 14. It doesn't matter what you score. I look at the high score, 120. They're out of your reach, even if you make a mistake.
OK.
This is good. Take some of the pressure off, but I'm pretty sure you'll have a good answer there.
Not a bad round for me. I did watch a lot of TV, especially when I was younger, when I had a bit more time. And there's a few I know. Now, the one I'm going to go for is third from the bottom. Now, I did watch that when I was a teenager, and it's Men Behaving Badly.
Men Behaving Badly, says Conrad. No red line for you, as you're already through. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Men Behaving Badly. $44. Takes your total up to 58. Do you want to talk us through the board?
I think HMP Slade was porridge. The Nag's Head is Only Fools and Horses. I think Lionel and Jean were in a sitcom called As Time Goes By. But the one I'm going to go for is the Global Link News TV was Drop the Dead Donkey.
Drop the Dead Donkey, says Stephen. There is your red line. Get below that red line with Drop the Dead Donkey and you are through to round 2. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many people said it. It's right and you're through. Very well done. Very well done indeed. 9. 34 is your total, the lowest total by a distance.
Well played, Stephen, written by Andy Hamilton and Guy Jenkin, who went on to write Outnumbered, amongst other things as well. And you went through the board very, very nicely as well. HMP Slade is the home of porridge. Would have scored you 69 points. Mike is the landlord of the Nag's Head Inn, Only Fools and Horses. Would have scored you 37. You're right about As Time Goes By. That would have scored you 10 points, so you got all of them right, and you picked the correct answer. So very well played. That's how we like it to. That's how we like to see it done, isn't it?
Absolutely right. Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our first round, the pair who are heading home with their high score of 120, I'm afraid it's Mo and Leo. Oh dear, well, Lee, you can get back to your revision. This is good. There is a silver lining to that cloud. But it's been lovely having you on both shows. Thank you so much for playing. I'm sorry we haven't seen more of you. But Mo and Leo, great contestants. Figures in British fashion. Richard.
Yeah, I'm going to give you 7 clues on each board now to figures from British fashion. Who are they, please? We're also going to show you their initials.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, who are these figures from British fashion? And we have got our first board, veteran designer who's produced collections called Pirates, Punkature and Buffalo Girls, VW. London-born activist named Model of the Year at the 2017 Fashion Awards, AA. Model, once dubbed the Face of 66, who acquired her single-word nickname because of her slender appearance, T. Manchester-born designer who was creative director of the Pucci fashion house from 2005 to 8, MW. Former pop star who marked the 10th anniversary of her fashion brand with a show at London Fashion Week in 2018, VB. Model who in 2010 became the first man to be nominated for the British Fashion Council's Model of the Year award, DG. And designer who opened his first shop in Nottingham in 1970 and was knighted in 2000. PS. There we are. Cara, welcome.
Hello.
Now, Cara, what are you going to go for on our board?
I think I know a couple, but I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go for former pop star is Victoria Beckham.
Victoria Beckham, says Cara. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Victoria Beckham. VB, very much Victoria Beckham. Down that goes 59. Not bad.
I played Cara. I was in Stirling the other day. It's lovely, isn't it?
It's nice, yeah.
Yeah, what a nice place.
Lovely place.
Victoria Beckham, the only one of the Spice Girls not to have a solo #1, but very much the former member of the Spice Girls to make the most money since the Spice Girls.
There you are.
Very much so.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Denny, what are you going to go for on the board behind me?
As we are from Nottingham, I should probably go for that one. I think it's Paul Smith.
I think it's Paul Smith too. Let's see if it is Paul Smith. How many of our 100 said it? It very much is Paul Smith. 59 is the only score we have, and you pass it. 31, very well done.
Well played, Denny. Interesting, that, isn't it? If you were a branding expert of any sort whatsoever, you would say there's no way you're going to build a worldwide brand under the name Paul Smith. And yet he has.
And yet.
It goes to show, doesn't it?
Goes to show. Got it. Yeah. Thank you. Now, Abdul, who are these figures from British fashion?
Well, when it came up, there was only one that I knew on there. Well, I think I know. I don't know if it's correct or not. So I'm going to go for it. The top one, I think, is Vivienne Westwood.
Vivienne Westwood for Buffalo Girls, Punkature, etc. Let's see how many of our 100 said Vivienne Westwood. It's right. 59 still the high score, and you pass it. Down you go to 46. Not bad at all, Abdul.
Yeah, well done. She was born in Glossop.
Now, Jason, welcome back. Talk us through the board. It's all yours.
Oh, I would love to, but I'm going to struggle, I think. The London-born activist, I think her first name is Agnes, but I can't think of the second name. The model once dubbed the face of 66, I think, is Twiggy. The Manchester-born designer, I can't think of that one. And the model, I also can't think of that one either. I'm sorry. So it's going to have to be the Biggie with Twiggy.
OK, Biggie with Twiggy. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Twiggy. 72. Not terrible. 72 for Twiggy.
Let's fill in this board, shall we? The model who became the first man to be nominated?
As David Gandy.
David Gandy, yeah, no relation. He would have scored you 11. Well done if you said that. The Manchester-born
I think
designer.
I know this one.
Yep.
Is it Matthew Williamson?
It is Matthew Williamson, yep. Would have scored you 3. The best answer up there.
I don't know.
The London-born model.
Oh, it's me. It's me. Alexander Armstrong, yes.
Alexander Armstrong.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I couldn't believe it when you got named Model of the Year.
Listen.
I mean, first, show us the... I mean, it's catalogue Model of the Year.
Yeah.
Show us the pose that won you it. And you can see how he got it. And I forgot about your activism as well.
Yeah.
This is actually a different AA who also won Model of the Year. It's Adjua Aboa. Very well done if you said that at home. 1 point if you did.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, we're halfway through the round. Our top scorers, Jason and Charlotte. Yeah, a little bit out in front there. Our low scorers, Denny and Joe. Nothing devastating. Charlotte, you can still make it happen. Best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, we're going to put 7 more British fashion figures up on the board, and here they are. We have got designer who popularised short skirts and hot pants in the 1960s and was the subject of a 2019 exhibition at the V&A, MQ. Editor-in-chief of US Vogue for over 30 years, who was made a dame in 2017, AW. Daughter of one of the Beatles, who launched a 2019 clothing collection inspired by the film Yellow Submarine, SM. Designer appointed the first female artistic director of the Givenchy fashion house in 2017, CWK, model and former presenter of the TV show Pop World, who launched her own fashion label in 2016, AC, designer known for her flamboyant appearance and colourful hair, who founded her own fashion house in 1969, ZR, and couturier, who created the dress worn by Pippa Middleton for her wedding in 2017, GD. There we are. Charlotte.
Hi.
Now, Charlotte, there you are, high scorers on 72. What are you going to go for on our board here?
I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with the model and former presenter of the TV show Pop World, launched her own fashion label as Abby Clancy.
Abby Clancy says, Charlotte, no red line viewers, you're the high scorers. How many people said Abby Clancy? Oh, I'm sorry, Charlotte, that's an incorrect answer. Listen, it fits, though.
It did.
It fits too well. Scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 172.
Yeah, the initials are perfect. I mean, couldn't be more perfect, but I'll give the correct answer at the end of the pass.
OK.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Anton, welcome to the show. You're through to the next round, partly because Abdul gave you, I have to say, an atypically low score in the first pass. But what are you going to go for?
I was a little bit worried because I can't imagine any rounds worse than fashion for me, but I might know the daughter won the Beatles. Is it Stella McCartney?
Let's find out. No red line for you. You're already through. Stella McCartney. It's right. There we are. 62. Very well done indeed. 108 is your total.
Yes, she also created the kit for the London 2012 team as well, Stella McCartney.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Joe, welcome back. What are you going to go for?
So I would like to answer the editor-in-chief of US Vogue as Anna Wintour.
Anna Winter. OK, let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 said it. No red line, you're already through. There we are. That's quite low. Look at that, 23 for Anna Winter. I think that is, in fact, our lowest score of the round so far. Well done, 54, your total. Now then, Craig, you're on 59. You're through to the next round as well. Doesn't matter what you say. Do you want to talk us through the board?
Yeah, I think I know the top one is, I believe, Mary Quant, model and former presenter. Might be someone called Alexa Chung. The other ones I don't know at all,
Okay.
I don't think. I'm going to go with Mary Quant.
Mary Quant. OK,
Yeah.
let's see how many of our 100 said Mary Quant. No red line, as I say, you're already through. Mary Quant's right. Down goes 48. Not bad at all, taking your total up to 107.
Well played, Craig, and as soon as you said Alexa Chung, I think the penny dropped with Charlotte as well. You're quite right about her. She would have scored you 9 points. Let's fill in the rest of these, shall we? The first female artistic director of Givenchy, Claire White-Keller. She would have scored you 2. The designer known for a flamboyant
Sandra
appearance,
Rhodes.
Sandra Rhodes. She would have scored 35. And the couturier, you'll know the name.
I do know the name.
Giles Deacon.
I don't know the name.
Oh, OK. He would have scored you 5 points.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, we're at the end of our first round. We have to say goodbye to our first pair, Charlotte and Jason. Oh, golden couple you were last time. Talk like Yoda, I do this time. I don't know why, but there we are. And this time, I'm afraid we've got to say goodbye to you. End of first round. I'm so sorry. Fashion let you down. I mean, only on the board, not in the flesh, of course. It's been lovely having you on the show. Thanks so much for playing, Charlotte and Jason.
Thank you.
We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many British cheeses as they could. In round 2, we're going to give you a choice of 7 possible answers in each pass. And I can tell you that at least one of those answers is pointless, but you have to be very careful because there's also at least one incorrect answer among the 7. Pick one of those and you'll score the maximum 100 points. Now, our first set of 7 answers are Caerphilly, Beaver, Dovedale, Stinking Bishop, Dunlop, Cheddar and Stilton.
There's a few there that I recognise. There's a few that I don't, but I'd like to take a punt on. One in particular stands out, but it could be a
Yes, one certainly
blindingly
does,
obvious.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Dovedale.
Let's see if it's a correct answer, and if it is, how many of our 100 people said it? Dovedale. It's a correct answer. This could be a lovely low scorer. It is, look at that. You're 1 point away from adding 250 quid to the jackpot. That scores you 1, Amanda. Very good. Dovedale, Richard.
Yeah, it's not from the Dales. It's a mild blue cheese from Derbyshire.
Jamie, that's 1 knocked off the board. 6 there. There's at least 1 pointless answer in there, and obviously 1 at least wrong answer. Do you eat cheese at all?
Yeah, cheese is good. I'm not really too up on my British cheeses. I generally just look at whatever seems not mouldy and delicious at the sort of deli counter, pick one of them.
You don't like a mouldy cheese?
No, I think anything with blue veins and sort of... I know that the sort of fermentation process is quite close to going mouldy in the first place. It's a similar sort of thing, but there's just something that puts me off about actually being able to see those mushrooms growing on my cheese.
Now you're taking it a bit far. What are you going to go for? Does anything leap out at you?
Yeah, something leaps out at me that I'm pretty sure is a cheese, so I'm going to go with Stinking Bishop.
Stinking Bishop. It's an excellent name for a cheese, isn't it?
Yep.
Let's see what that gets you. Well, it's correct. I think this could be going a long way down. Not a bad answer. As it turns out, that scores you 7. Stinking Bishop.
Yeah,
Richard.
Stinking Bishop. It actually gets its name from a variety of pear, which is used in the washing solution for it. It's washed in a liquid which comes from the Stinking Bishop pear. Let's take a look at all the others, see where the pointless was. Nobody chose Carefully. That would have got you 13 points. Stilton, obviously, that's a British cheese, would have scored you 51. Cheddar, I suspect the most famous of all, that would have got you a whopping 88. So the pointless answer there, the one that nobody in 100 said, well done if you got this at home, was Dunlop. Dunlop is a vegetarian, unpasteurised hard cheese.
Ironically, made of rubber. Yeah. OK, well, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scoreboard. Well, Betty and Steve, way out ahead there, I'm afraid. That Beaver scored you 100 points. Amanda and Dave at the other end of the scale. Fantastic low answer there, low scoring answer. Right, let's come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 7 more answers on the board. We are looking for British cheeses, and here are your next 7 possibilities. Sussex Charmer, Double Gloucester, Filbert, Red Leicester, Derby, Lembas, and Beacon Blue. Steve, bit of an uphill battle here, I think.
No pressure there.
Yeah. Well, as ever, there is at least one pointless answer in there. And be careful, because there is at least one incorrect answer in there. Land on the incorrect one and you will add another 100 points to your total.
There's a couple there I haven't heard of. It's all or nothing. I'm going to go for Lembas.
I think that's the right attitude. You're way out in front. You either go out in style or you score a pointless and possibly then go out in style as well. Let's see if it's a correct answer, and if it is, how many of our 100 people said it? Well,
you did it in style.
You've gone out in style. Unfortunately, that is an incorrect answer and scores you another whopping 100 points. Richard, Lembas.
Yeah, Lembas is a fictional bread made by the elves in Lord of the Rings.
Michael, we are looking for a pointless answer. You scored fabulously low with 7. Jamie there with his stinking bishop. There is at least one pointless answer left on the board, and there could easily be another incorrect answer.
Well, I'm quite relieved because I can't sort of knock us out now. Which
you can't.
Was quite a big fear. I'm going to go for the one I haven't heard of, and go for Filbert.
Filbert. I'm trying to picture, is it a sort of crumbly, chalky white cheese, or I'm starving now. Just talking about that. Or is it? I don't know.
If you're starving, I've got a bit of Dunlop. If you fancy that.
Do you know what? I'm not that hungry. Filbert, you're going to say? I fancy Filbert. I'm not going to stake any sort of stupid eating the surround of my monitor on it again. No, one only makes a mistake like that once in one's life. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Filbert, and if indeed it is a correct answer. Oh, no! Bad luck, but that's a good mistake to make. That is an incorrect answer, so that scores you the maximum of 100 points. But hey, you're through to the next round. It's fine. A good punt to take. Filbert, Richard.
Yeah, Filbert. It's just a type of hazelnut, a Filbert.
All right, thank you, Richard. And finally, Dave, you're safe. Even if you get it wrong, score an incorrect answer or whatever, you'll be through to the next round. 2 of the answers we now know are wrong. So, I mean, frankly...
2 of those I recognise as cheese. It's Red Leicester and Double Gloucester.
You've got to go for a pointless here.
Yeah, I'm going for a pointless. I'm going for a pointless. It's either Derby or Beacon Blue I'm going for, but I'll go for Beacon Blue.
I think that's exactly the right one to go for. Beacon Blue. What was that hit? A ship called Dignity.
Yeah, it certainly was.
Oh, sorry, ship called Bignity. Let's see how many people said that. It's correct. That can only mean one thing, I reckon. And it does! Look at that. You've beaten even Amanda's low score. A tough one to beat. That scores you nothing. Your total is 1 at the end of that round. That's a pointless answer, so it adds another £250 to today's jackpot, taking it up to £7,000. Very good. Wonderful. Richard, Beacon Blue.
Yeah, Beacon Blue. It's a soft blue goat's cheese. Beacon Blue. Let's take a look at the others. As I think we've already spotted, Double Gloucester, of course, is a British cheese. Would have scored you 26. Red Leicester also would have scored you 56. Of the other 2, Derby, which is a buttery cow's milk cheese, was not pointless. Would have scored you 5. And I think I would have gone for Sussex Charmer. Would have scored £250 because that's a pointless answer. It's a hard cheese made in Sussex.
Thanks very much, Richard. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid, is Betty and Steve. So it's hard cheese to you. Well, you went out for all the right reasons. You tried hard to find the most obscure answers, and you just happened to get the wrong ones. It happens, I'm afraid. Sadly, Betty and Steve, you just didn't have that pointless food knowledge you needed to get through to our head-to-head round. But you've been great contestants. Thanks very much. Thank you. Thank you. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many UK cities containing the letters S, E and T as they could. S, E and T. Richard.
We're looking for the name of any UK city that includes all three of those letters in whatever order. It's got to include an S, an E and a T. There are 13 UK cities containing those three letters. See, while the round's going on, if you can get as many of those as possible at home. So any of those cities, please. Very best of luck.
OK, thanks very much indeed. Graham, always tough being the first person to answer in one of these sorts of rounds, but...
I can think of a few. I'm going to go for a city I have been to, because I think it's a city, and go for Chesterfield.
Chesterfield. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Oh, I'm sorry, Graham. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. Scores you the maximum of 100 points.
It's got all the letters, but Chesterfield's a very nice town in Derbyshire, I'm afraid, not a city.
Thanks very much. Now, Sam.
Yes. I am going to stick true to my hometown.
I hope it's a home city.
Home city, of course, not a hometown. And hopefully it scores a little bit lower because the letters are a little bit rearranged, and say Leicester.
Leicester, says Sam. Let's see if Leicester's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. It is absolutely right. 29.
Yes, one of the oldest cities in the UK, Leicester. It's also got the largest naturally ventilated building in Europe. And do you know where that is?
No idea.
It's at De Montfort University.
Oh, wow.
Is that yours? Is that where you go?
Ventilated?
Yeah, naturally ventilated, yeah.
Well, so it's got windows?
Yep. No, it's got openable windows.
Oh, imagine that.
Oh, no, it's not bad,
Openable windows and a couple of doors, maybe.
Doors that you can wedge open.
And maybe some sort of, I don't know, vents and things you can probably open.
Oh, it's got no roof either.
Oh, that is brilliant.
Yeah.
That is
Or
naturally...
walls. When I think about it, is it a building?
Do you think they just go through the Guinness Book of World Records, just thinking, we could do this?
What could we do? Give us a great fact about Leicester.
Leicester is one of the most multicultural cities in the UK. I'm going to go with that.
OK.
OK, good.
That's rather lovely.
Well done. Well done. Brilliant. Well done, Leicester. OK, now, Louise.
I can think of quite a few places, but I'm not entirely confident whether the cities or not. So I'm going to play it very, very safe and say my home city of Manchester.
Manchester, says Louise. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Manchester. Well, it beats our high score of 100. 73.
Literally everyone is just saying where they live. That's a very different quiz show, isn't it? Say, round one, where do you live? Round two, what's your mum's name?
29 was the best score of that pass. Very well done, Sam and Martin. Up to 73, where we find Louise and Fiona. Then up to 100, where we find Graham and Nicole. So, Nicole, it's in your hands, I would say. Yeah. Just get thinking of cities with S, E's and T's in them, and you'll be fine. Best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please step up to the podium? OK, so, Fiona, UK cities containing the letters S, E and T.
Not very good at geography at all, but I'm just going to play it safe and just go for Chester.
Chester,
yeah.
Says Fiona. Sounds good. There's your red line. If you can get below that, you are definitely in the head-to-head. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Chester. Is right. 47 for Chester. 120 is your total.
Yes, a good answer. Leaves you slightly in jeopardy, though. Chester Racecourse is Britain's most continuously used sporting venue. Been used since 1539, continuously.
Since 1539? Brilliant. Racing, or have they done all sorts of events there?
Well, they've done all sorts of events like Madness Play and stuff like that these days.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And Peter Andre will come and play. But by and large, it's known for
horse
racing.
That's an event.
It is.
Yeah.
Peter Andre has played there every year since 1539.
Thanks, Richard. Now, Martin, you're on 29. The high scorers are now Fiona and Louise on 120, so 90 or less is what you have to score.
To be safe to get through,
To get below the 90 mark, I'm going to go for Newcastle.
Newcastle, says Martin. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Newcastle. It's right, and you're through. Very well done. 37. 66 is your total, Martin. Well done.
Yeah, Newcastle upon Tyne, of course.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Now, OK, so, Nicole, the moment of truth. You have to score 19 or less. I think you can do that.
I'm not so sure. I'm going to take another risk, and I think I'm going to go with Lancaster.
Lancaster, says Nicole. There is your red line. Get below that with Lancaster. You are in the head-to-head. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Lancaster. It's right. You've done it! Look at that! 9 for Lancaster. Very well done indeed. 109 is your total. You are in the head-to-head.
That's brilliant, Nicole. Very well played. Yeah, it is a city of Lancaster. Actually, the city of Lancaster incorporates Lancaster. Also, Morecambe is in the city of Lancaster. It's one of those things. Let's take a look at all the answers. No pointless answers here at all, but as I say, there's 13 in all. The best 3 answers you could have had, Westminster would have scored you 3 points. You would have got 8 points for Stoke-on-Trent, for Chichester. You would have got 13 points for Gloucester. Would also have been a very good answer. You'd have got 14 for Winchester, Preston and Belfast. You'd have got 18 for Worcester. And then the top 3, we've heard all 3 of them, Newcastle upon Tyne, Chester and Manchester. And there are your 13.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our second round, the pair heading home with a high score of 120. I'm afraid, Fiona and Louise, it is you. Nothing wrong with either of your answers. Manchester, just a big high score there, as I think you suspected it might be. But listen, we will see you again next time. We'll look forward to that very much indeed. But in the meantime, thanks very much, Fiona and Louise. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many players in the England FIFA World Cup squads in 2006, 2010 or 2014 as they could. That's players in the England FIFA World Cup squads in 2006, 2010 or 2014, Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for the name of any man who was in any of those 3 23-man squads, please. Very, very best of luck.
Thanks very much indeed. So, David, we come to you first. Welcome back to Pointless. Our low scorers when we came to the head-to-head round last time. Now, you told us last time that you divide your time between Spain and Gloucestershire.
Yeah.
So which months do you do Gloucestershire in?
Well, we're always home in the English summer because it's nice and sunny here.
Mm-hmm.
That's in July, August and September.
Oh, I like the way you start summer in July. Very nice. Go through to September.
Well, it's very hot in Spain at that time. It's 50 degrees.
I see, yes, you want to get away from that.
You want to get away, yes.
Yeah. And
So
is that it for your English? That's a little English window there, and that's it?
Oh, no, then we come back in another 3 months as well.
For Christmas?
Christmas?
Hey, well, because the telly's so much better. Yes, now, David, football. I take it you followed the World Cup.
Well, I do, yeah. But it caught me on a hop here, I think, with...
Well, we've given you 3 World Cups to play with there.
Steve Neville?
Steve Neville, says David. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Steve Neville. Oh, I'm afraid not Steve Neville. It's Evil Knievel, as you are.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm afraid that scores 100 points. Sorry, David.
Yeah, perfect name for a footballer, Steve Neville, but yeah, not in these squads, I'm afraid. I'll give all the correct answers at the end of the round.
Thanks very much indeed. Now, Taiwo, welcome back. Hi. Great to have you here. Now, remind us what you do, Taiwo, in London.
So I'm a mechanical engineer, focusing in data centres, so commissioning and maintaining data centres.
I see. And your hobbies outside that?
Are mostly sport, so football, American football, tennis.
Do you play American football?
Used to, stopped at the start of this year.
You've given it up. Why? Just a bit too physical?
Yeah, it's getting a bit older in age, as it were, so yeah, a bit too much.
OK, now, Taiwo, what would you like to go for?
I think I would like to go for Theo Walcott.
Theo Walcott, says Taiwo. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Theo Walcott. It's right. Good answer, Taiwo, 17 for Theo Walcott.
Yeah, he was a surprise inclusion in the 2006 squad.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Aled, welcome back.
Thank you.
Great. Will you just say Llanelli for me again?
Llanelli.
You see, that's a lesson in how we're meant to say it. Llanelli.
Well, I am Welsh, so...
Well, I know, but we should all make that... When we see a double L, it should be Llanelli.
Hey, well done. Yeah.
Llanelli. Oh, my mother-in-law's Welsh. I've got to get these things right. That's why I need the training now. Llanelli.
Llanelli, yeah.
Llanelli. Oh, I'm enjoying that now.
Why don't you just do that for 45 minutes? We'll watch.
OK, it's fine. So remind us what you do in Llanelli, Aled.
I'm a caretaker in a Welsh school, I am.
So you are. So you are. And when school's out, what's the first thing you like to get up to?
Well, in the summer, I play a lot of cricket and I enjoy playing golf as well, so I'm quite sporty, so...
And you play for a local team?
Yeah, I play for my local team, Drefach.
Oh, that sounds nice as well. I'm not going to attempt saying that. That's fabulous. Now, Aled. So remember, we're looking for England players from the 2006, 2010 and 2014 World Cups. What would you like to go for?
Well, this is quite good for me, but I don't want to do a mistake like I did last time. So I think I'll go with Phil Jagielka.
Phil Jagielka. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said that. It's right. Well, 17 is our best score so far. And you pass it. Look at that, Jagielka down to 4. Very well done indeed, Aled. Excellent score there.
Great answer, Aled. Well played, It's in the 2014 squad. Some commentators call him Jagielka now, but he'll always be Jagielka to me. Well, the best one is some people still say Jose Mourinho, and it's famously it's Jose.
Really?
So, yeah, it's a Portuguese Jose, yeah.
I didn't know that. There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Pippa, welcome. Good to have you here from North London. You haven't had to come far at all.
No, we travelled from Manchester.
You've had to come far. What do you do, Pippa?
I'm a student at the University of Manchester.
What are you studying?
I do American Studies.
Now, that's fun. Is that politics or
Politics, history and literature.
That's the course that when I went to university, that's what I applied for. That's the one I wanted to do.
American Studies?
Yeah. You get a year out, don't you, where you go to America. There you go. I applied for that very course.
There you go. So, on to the FIFA World Cup.
Right, football's not my strongest subject, so this is a little bit of a risk, but I'm going to say Joe Hart.
Joe Hart,
yeah.
Says Pippa. Joe Hart, sounds like a good answer to me. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Joe Hart. It's right. Well, 4's our lowest score. 29 when you go for Joe Hart. Not a bad score at all, Pippa. Well done.
Well played, Pippa. Yes, a very good, safe answer, that is. He was in the 2010 and the 2014 squads.
Thanks very much indeed. Richard, well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at those scores. 4 was the best score of that pass. Aled, very well done. Aled and Steve looking pretty good at this point. Then up to 70, where we find Taiwo and Benga. Then up to 29, where we find Pippa and Sue. And then up to 100, David and Janet. I'm so sorry. Our low scorers in the head-to-head last show. Janet, it could all change in the next pass, but it will definitely need a low score from you if you're to survive at the end of this round. Best of luck. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please step up to the podium? So, Sue, welcome. Great to have you here. And what do you do?
Well, I've just graduated and I started my first job 2 days ago.
So where did you graduate from?
Manchester.
Oh, is you in Manchester as well?
Yeah.
Now, do you know each other from before Manchester, or do you know each other from Manchester?
Yeah, we went to school together, but we didn't really like each other at school.
Oh, that's nice. So all it took was a new backdrop.
That's it, yeah.
There we are. You realise, actually, Pippa was lovely. Yeah. There we are. Now, so, you graduated, what were you reading?
Classical studies.
I see. And what's the job you've just started?
We are a not-for-profit social enterprise in Manchester, delivering tuition to schools that couldn't afford it otherwise.
Well, that sounds like a brilliant thing to be doing. Yeah, well done you. Yes, very good. Applause all round. Now, Sue, there you are. You're on 29. The high scorers are still Janet and David on 100, so 70 or less gets you through.
Right, I'm going to go really safe and go David Beckham.
David Beckham, says Sue. David Beckham. OK, here is your red line. Get below that with David Beckham, and you are through to the next round. A little bit of a murmuring going on in the audience there. David Beckham, people not entirely sure about that. Do they like David Beckham? I mean, they like David Beckham. Do they like it as an answer? Let's see how many people said it. Is it right? It is right. There we are. Well done, Sue. Through you go. 45 for David Beckham. 74 is your total.
this. I think some of the audience may be thinking it was after his time, but he just snuck in there in the 2006 World Cup.
It was slightly touch and go, wasn't it?
It was touch and go for England, certainly. But then when is it not?
Well, indeed, yes, there we go. Now, Steve, welcome back. Remind us what you do, Steve.
I'm an IT technical analyst.
That's right. And I think football's quite an interest of yours, isn't it?
No.
Oh, really? Not at all?
This is what I've got added for.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's good. So you have different areas of expertise.
Yeah.
So what's your area of expertise then, Steve?
I'm into snooker, so I'm pretty good with snooker. We can't really call that a sport,
Okay.
really, but...
It's a sport? What are you talking about? Of course it is. Anything that raises a sweat.
Yeah.
So remember, we're looking for England players from the 2006, 2010 and 2014 World Cups. What would you like to go for? You're on 4. I mean, if you can score 95 or less, you're home and dry.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with the safe one, just because Alice scored so low, so I'll say John Terry.
John Terry. OK, there we are. John Terry, says Steve. Let's see how many of our 100 people said John Terry. There's your red line. Well done. 21. Nice low score for John Terry, taking your total up to 25.
Very safely negotiated, Steve. Well done, yeah. He's in the 2006 and 2010 squads.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now, Benga. Benga, welcome back. Remind us what you do, Benga.
I'm a case analyst for the UK financial regulator.
Which I thought sounded brilliant last time. Benga has now put me straight. Apparently not the most exciting thing in the world, but I'm sure you make it exciting.
I try my best.
And aside from that, you play a lot of sport.
I do, yeah. So football should be, well, should be a good subject for me.
But what other sports do you play? Do you play a bit of basketball? You've got a bit of...
Despite the height, no. I used to when I was a bit younger, but I haven't played for quite some time. So football takes up most of my sporting time.
OK, now, you're on 17. The high score is still Janet and David on 100. 82 or less gets you through.
OK. Well, I thought I'd try and take a bit of a punt again. I believe Fraser Forster was in the
Fraser Forster,
yeah.
Says Benga. Fraser Forster. OK, there's your red line. If you can get below that with Fraser Forster, you're through to the next round. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. It's right, and you are through. Well, our lowest score is 4 for Jagielka. And that's a 1. Look at that. Very well done indeed, Benga, taking your total up to 18. Very much the lowest total of the round.
Great stuff, Benga. Well played, Jeff. Fraser Forster, the Southampton keeper. We like a risk taker, don't we?
We do like a risk taker. Thank you very much, Richard. Now, Janet, I'm so sorry to say that even if you score a pointless answer, you'll still be leaving us at the end of this round. Now, Janet, how good is your Spanish?
Not very good.
So, when you're out in Spain, do you have lots of English friends? Or...
Yes, there's a big...
the big community
expats community.
It was Costa Blanca, you said, wasn't it?
Yes.
That's sort of near Barcelona. Is that sort of roughly that sort of area? No?
Benidorm.
Benidorm.
We don't do Benidorm.
You don't do Benidorm?
No.
How far away is Benidorm from you?
About an hour's drive.
So where would you go? Where are the places you'd recommend?
Local. The Marmanor, Torrevieja.
I see. OK, very good. Now, Janet, you're our high scorers. Let's go out in a blaze of glory, by which I mean not another 100. I mean a nice low-scoring answer there.
I've got a couple, so I'm hoping they were playing then. I'm going for Peter Crouch.
Peter Crouch. Peter Crouch, says Janet. No red line for you, you're the high scorers. Let's see how many of our 100 said Peter Crouch. It's right. It's not bad. It's really not bad at all. 10. That is actually the third lowest score of the entire round, Janet, and 110 is your total.
Yeah, well played. 2006 and 2010 squads. David, I'm sure you know your mistake. I think you're thinking of Gary Neville or Phil Neville. Gary Neville would have scored you 6 points. Funny enough, Phil Neville, not an answer, hasn't been in any of those World Cup squads, quite famously. But Gary Neville would have scored you 6. There's quite a few pointless answers. I'll go through the 1-pointers first. 1 point for Adam Lallana, Luke Shaw, Jordan Henderson, Chris Smalling, Jamie Carragher and Matthew Upson, and, of course, Fraser Forster. And let's take a look at the pointless answers. The ones that none of our 100 people said. Emil Heskey was a pointless answer. Lovely Jermaine Genus, been on the show, hasn't he? Ledley King, a pointless answer. Michael Dawson, Owen Hargreaves, Ricky Lambert, who was in the 2014 squad, made his debut at the age of 31. Stephen Warnock is a pointless answer, Stuart Downing and Wayne Bridge. Also Scott Carson, a pointless answer. Let's take a look at the top 3 answers. The most popular answers amongst our 100. David Beckham, 45. Stephen Gerrard, 46. And Wayne Rooney, right at the top, with 72.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our first round, the pair were saying goodbye to our low scorers last time. I'm afraid this time our first round exiters. It's Janet and David. Well, it's been wonderful having you on both shows. Thank you so much for playing. But I'm afraid this is where we have to say goodbye. Janet and David. Locations in historic England's A History of England in 100 Places. Richard.
Yes, in 2018, Historic England produced a list of the 100 places in England that sort of told the history of England and its impact on the world. On each board, I'm going to give you 7 clues that will lead you to one of those locations. Can you see which one has the lowest score, please? It's going to be 14 locations in all to guess at home. Good luck.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. OK, let's put our first board of clues up there. So we have 7 clues to historic places. Can you guess what these are? Views of this church on the London skyline have been protected since 1938. SPC. The Art Deco open-air swimming pool in Brighton, which reopened in 2017. SL. Nightclub, opened by Tony Wilson in May 1982 and known for its role in the Manchester scene. TH. Prehistoric monument on Salisbury Plain that was made a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1986. S. The open-air theatre on the cliffs of Cornwall, designed by Rowena Cade. TMT. The Tudor warship, raised from the seafloor, now on display in Portsmouth. TMR. And property in Haworth that was home to the literary sisters Charlotte, Emily and Anne. TBP. I'll read those all again. Views of this church on the London skyline have been protected since 1938. The Art Deco open-air swimming pool in Brighton, which reopened in 2017. Nightclub, opened by Tony Wilson in May 1982 and known for its role in the Manchester scene. Prehistoric monument on Salisbury Plain that was made a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1986. The open-air theatre on the cliffs of Cornwall, designed by Rowena Cade. The Tudor warship, raised from the seafloor, now on display in Portsmouth. And the property in Haworth that was home to the literary sisters Charlotte, Emily and Anne. There we are. Bless you.
Thank you so much. I've kept that in throughout the whole thing.
Oh, that was noble. Blake, welcome. Welcome to Pointers. Tell us all about yourself, Blake.
Well, I'm Blake. I currently live in the Worthing area in West Sussex, and I am co-owner of a card, gift, balloon, and stationery shop.
Card, gift, balloon, and stationery. In terms of the gift range, can we explore that?
Wedding and anniversary little gifts. Also have
nice.
Royal Mint coins and other little bits and bobs.
OK, very nice indeed. Now, Blake, how are you on these historic places? How are you finding this?
I like a few of them. But I think the one that really is targeting me is the Tudor warship. And I think I would go for the Mary Rose.
The Mary Rose, says Blake. Let's see how many of our 100 people said the Mary Rose. Look at that, 55, not bad. Off to a good start, the Mary Rose.
Can I say first how lovely it is to hear a traditional Worthing accent on the show? We get it so rarely, Blake. Yeah, Mary Rose. Some people think she sank on her maiden voyage, but didn't she? She was 34 years old when she sank.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Andrew.
Hello.
Welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Andrew.
So I'm Andrew, and I'm a nurse, and I work in Scarborough Hospital. And we've just recently moved to Scarborough.
So you're new at the hospital there, are you?
Relatively new, about 6 months now. So it's exciting times and learning all how to do the job. And...
This is great. Were you coastal before that?
No, we lived in Carlisle before that, so...
Ah, yes. So, I mean, that really is exciting. Do you have dogs?
Yeah, we have 2 dogs.
I mean, that's just a dream for them, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I'm really enjoying discovering Scarborough and the surrounding area, walking them. Lots of new places. It's great.
Brilliant. Andrew, the board.
OK, so I know a couple, so it's just going for the one that I think is going to score the least, and they're both going to be high scorers, I think. So I'll probably go for the prehistoric monument as Stonehenge.
OK, Stonehenge, says Andrew. Let's see how many of our 100 people agree with him. Stonehenge. Stonehenge is right. 67, Stonehenge.
Yeah, there was a metre-long piece which was missing for 60 years that some archaeologists had took. It was returned in 2019. That's nice. I wonder what they've been doing.
Someone just found it in an attic?
No, I think they were using it as a barbecue pit.
Oh, I see. Thank you very much, Richard. Now then, Caroline, welcome. Welcome. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I am an editor for a conservation charity, and I'm also a belly dancer.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. How's the ratio split? 40-60? Belly dancing 60? Conservation?
I don't do as much belly dancing as I'd like to. Any given week I do about an hour, but I'd be doing 3 performances a year.
Performances? Where do you perform?
So, locally, but also there's a big Gothic belly dance festival in Leicester every year called Goslar, which I know I perform at that as well.
Very nice. Excellent. Now, Caroline, what are you going to go for on our board here?
So, there's a few, but I went on holiday to Cornwall recently, so I'm going to go for the open-air theatre on the cliffs of Cornwall, which is the Minack Theatre.
The Minack Theatre. Very good indeed. Let's see how many of our 100 people said the Minack. 67 is the high score, 55 is the low. You passed both of those. Ah, look at that. Very well done indeed, Caroline. 7 for the Minack.
Yeah, it's an amazing place, isn't it, as well? It's beautiful down there. The first performance there was The Tempest in 1932, and the lighting was all provided by car headlights.
Ah, that's nice.
It's nice,
And 1932 car headlights, you couldn't even dip them in those days.
Yeah, exactly. And also, there was massive bits of stone in the back that they nicked from somewhere.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Becky, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
So I work at the University of Nottingham. We both do the same job. We're both heads of student services there, so all the stuff between a student starting and graduating.
That's down to you. How many of you run that?
Some of it. There's 4 heads and then a team of hundreds.
Wow. Becky, what do you do for fun? What are your hobbies?
Yoga. So, yeah, I do yoga a few times a week, which does work for the stress levels.
Very good.
Yeah.
Becky, you're the last person to have this board. Do you fancy going through all the unanswered ones?
OK. I know a few of them. I think... Well, I don't want to have a guess at the Bronte sisters one, so I'm going to go for the third one down, the nightclub, and say the Hacienda.
OK, that's the one you're going to submit, the Hacienda.
I am.
OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said the Hacienda. It's right. 67 still the high score. 7 is our low score. 26 for the Hacienda. There we go. Not bad.
Very nicely played. Let's look through the rest of these, shall we? We'll start at the top. The church.
St Paul's
Cathedral. Scored you 48. We'll go down the bottom next. The property is...
I got the Bronte Parsonage, I guess.
Exactly right, yeah, the Bronte Parsonage. Would have scored 11 points. Would have been a good one. Now, this next one is the best answer on the board. It's just the other side of Brighton from you, gents, in Worthing, but it's a very good answer. Best answer on the board. Saltdean Lido.
Saltdean
Beautiful
Lido.
place as well. 1 point. Well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed. We're halfway through the round. Let's take a quick look at those scores. 7. Very well done, Caroline. Superb answering there. Caroline and Meg looking very strong indeed. 26, well done. Becky and Andrea as well, looking good. 55, Blake and Richard D, not so bad. Andrew, now, once again, you've left Richard M with a mountain to climb there. I'm not going to beat about the bush. But if anyone can do it, Richard can. We know this. So good luck with that, Richard M. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more clues to historic places in England up on the board, and here they come. We have got the London recording studios where the Beatles recorded the majority of their songs, ARS. The Roman Road built to link Exeter to Lincoln, TFW. Richard Rogers Building on London's Lime Street, nicknamed Inside Out Building, TLB. The first nuclear power station in the world to produce electricity for domestic use, CH. Red Rum was buried at the winning post of this Liverpool racecourse in 1995. A. The amusement park in Margate that features the UK's oldest roller coaster, D. And the code-breaking site known as Station X during World War II. BP. I'll read those out again. The London recording studios where the Beatles recorded the majority of their songs. The Roman Road built to link Exeter to Lincoln. Richard Rogers Building on London's Lime Street, nicknamed Inside Out Building. The first nuclear power station in the world to produce electricity for domestic use. Red Rum was buried at the winning post of this Liverpool racecourse in 1995. The amusement park in Margate that features the UK's oldest roller coaster. And the code-breaking site known as Station X during World War II. There we are. Andrea, welcome. Welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself.
So, as I say, we do the same jobs, but I'm on a different campus to Rebecca. So my team look after students in engineering, science and life sciences.
Becky never told us what her team
did
look
I?
after.
Sorry.
What do yours look after?
Social sciences mainly.
Oh, I see. Good, good. What do you do when the job finishes? What do you like to get
I'm
up
a
to?
Nottingham Forest season ticket holder, so my weekends are spent there. And I like to travel. So I recently went on my very first cruise, and so I've got the cruise bug.
That doesn't sound nice at all. The cruise bug.
It's very, very nice, believe you me.
Yeah, all quarantine, all written all over it. Now, Andrea, you are on 26. If you can possibly score 40 or less at this early stage, you're through to the next round.
OK. I'm going to go for the bottom one, I think. I'm going to say Bletchley Park.
Bletchley Park, says Andrea. Here is your red line. Can you get below that with Bletchley Park? Let's find out. It's definitely right. And you've done it. Look at that, 38. Very well done indeed. 64 is your total.
Yeah, it was the Government Code and Cipher School in a lovely old manor house. The books of Ben McIntyre, who I love reading, he always talks about various country houses which have been requisitioned by the Secret Services for various bits of training. It's amazing. Whenever you drive past these places, you never know what they're being used for.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Meg, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. Tell us what you do and all about yourself.
So I am a singing teacher and I also help run a folk choir.
Wow. So what kind of singing do you teach?
Whatever the student wants to learn, so classical, contemporary, pop, musical theatre.
That's right. And the folk choir?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's just great. I mean, of course, Cambridge famously has a folk festival.
It does.
Every year.
Yes.
Do you sing at that? Do you go along and feature?
I have done. I've worked at the Cambridge Folk Festival for the past 10 years, so...
Excellent. Now, Meg, you're on 7, so 59 or less keeps you in the game.
It's weird. It's like it's so much easier doing this at home in your armchair.
I
You get
know.
in and it's like...
I know. You just do it. Hosting it's fine. It's easy.
I'm sure it is.
But over there where you are,
Yeah.
tiger country.
OK, so there are two that I think I know, but there's one that I definitely do know. And as Caroline did so well last time, I'm going to go with the safer bet. So I'm going to go with Red Rum and Ascot. No, entry, I mean...
Oh, you've said Ascot, so we're going to take that. I'm so sorry. Anyway, let's see if it's right. There's your red line. What happens when we say Ascot? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Meg, but that scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 107.
Sorry, Meg, that is a tough one. But as a singing teacher, what did you make of the gasp from our audience?
They did very well.
It was good, wasn't it?
Fantastic breath control going on there.
Yeah. They really projected.
They did.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now, Richard M.
Hello.
Hello. Remind us all about yourself.
So, I have recently stopped doing what I've done for the last 15 years, which is be a lecturer at a university. And as Andrew said, we've moved to the seaside. So I got a job teaching English part-time, and then I'm going to do lots of other stuff that I've wanted to do for years that's creative, like maybe start doing a supper club.
That's a fun idea.
And do some writing, because I've always written kind of plays and scripts and stuff. And there's loads of ones that are unfinished, sitting in boxes, and I want to get a chance to finish them.
Yeah, there you are. And in Scarborough, how lovely.
Yeah,
Everything sounds perfect in that resume. You are on 67 currently. 107 is the high score, so 39 or less, Richard M, keeps you in the game. What would you like to go for?
OK, I think I'm pretty sure of this one. The second one down, the Roman road, the Fosse Way.
The Fosse Way, says Richard M. There is your red line. Can you get below that with the Fosse Way? Let's find out. Yes, you can. And down it goes to 24. Brilliant. Takes your total up to 91.
Yeah, terrific answer. Well played. We finally see you in round 2, which would be our treat.
That's nice, isn't it? That is good. Thank you, Richard. Richard D. There you are, 55. 55. You have to score 51 to stay in the game, 51 or less. But tell us all about yourself. I know a little bit about you, I think. Yeah.
Surprise, surprise, I'm a co-owner of a gift card, balloon and stationers. in West Sussex, in Worthing area.
Let's just drill down a bit more into that gift shop. I want to know. So, are you open all year round?
We are open all year round, 6 days a week.
6 days a week. Is there a bell attached to the door as you come in? Like every gift shop I can ever think of I've ever been into has it? Oh.
Not one, 2 bells.
Oh, 2, that's good.
2 bells.
That's good.
So when we're doing our balloon design work out back, we've got full warning somebody's come in.
That's good. That's very good. Key rings, if I wanted a Worthing-based key ring, yeah, you've got that.
That we can do.
You've got that. What sort of, in the confectionery area, what do you cover there?
It's not something we've really gone into yet.
OK.
We have just started doing some charity jams for a local
Charity jams is good. Is there a local, like a sort of lardy cake or something like that? Is there something in a... no.
Not that I'm aware of. Worthing Rock, maybe?
That's it. That's good. That's the answer I was after. Worthing Rock. Brilliant. So, 55, as I say, is where you are. 51 is your target. What would you like to go for? This board is all yours. Feel free to go through it and fill in all the blanks.
Well, I would like to say I can fill them all in, but sadly I can't. But I am going to go for the top one, which I believe is Abbey Road Studios.
Abbey Road Studios, says Richard. Here is your red line. Can you get below that, I wonder, with Abbey Road Studios? Fingers crossed. Let's see. Abbey Road Studios. You've done it. You've done it. 48. Look at that. Very well done indeed. Takes your total up to 103.
Very nicely done. Yeah, they were opened by Sir Edward Elgar. He did the ceremonial opening of Abbey Road Studios. Shall we fill in the rest of these? That Richard Rogers building.
The Lloyd's building.
The Lloyd's building. That would have scored you 10. This is the toughest one. It's now part of Sellafield. It's actually up there. It's not a million miles from Carlisle. It's Calder Hall. Calder Hall, and that would have scored you 6 points. Now, this next one is not Ascot. Aintree would have scored you 66. And the amusement park?
It's called Dreamland.
It is called Dreamland. That's another good answer as well, 13 points.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we are at the end of our first round, which means we have to say goodbye to a pair. And Meg and Caroline, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It was all great up until Ascot. Oh, listen. We'll forget that. We'll forget that. But anyway, we'll see you next time, and I'm sure you'll do much, 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 much better then. But meantime, thank you so much for playing. Meg and Caroline.